Mid-wolf. She looks like Midoriko. Fuck man, why am I so weak cross-brained? We cry open 取り戻したい未来壊したい世界端からしたい願いから今苦しするWow, we even have overlapping birthdays. Are there overlapping birthdays in Genshin yet? Yaemiko and Raiden's birthdays are right next to each other.
I hope we're both free from work today, so we can stay here and rest a whole day.
Every story filled up the loss of the rose. Summer nights, love of the hearse. Some words for mothers, some lots of a kiss. Battle wars, flame of war. One more toast to every untold soul.
I'd love to go for a walk, but won't you join me, sweetheart?
How come this isn't voiced? How nice, you can just buy them immediately from there. Chief, thought you finished all the work that piled up while you were out. Why are you still getting this many messages? Did something happen outside? These are external materials I requested. I asked the intelligence department to organize them before sending, but apparently I underestimated how much there would be. It's all about that border outpost program, right? The lighthouse keepers? And there's the research on the rankers. Some of these files are super old, and others have really high clearance. They've been working on this for ages. But with this much to read, are you sure you don't need a hand? I can help. No, I need to review this myself. I have to prove that rankers can be controlled, even without restrictions. and justify my collaboration with them. This power will be essential for the conflicts to come. Experience with the Lighthouse Keeper is the best evidence I have. No matter what proof I give them, the higher-ups refuse to approve my collaboration with the Ranker units. They just see this power as a bunch of rabid dogs. They need more documentation, more evidence, more... Wait, a highest priority emergency dispatch? Chief, we've received an urgent distress call from the FAC Border Defense Forces. They report an unidentified sinner. Unidentified. Why is that like a tongue twister? They report an unidentified... Yeah, I really can't do it. They report an unidentified sinner, disguised as a refugee, attempting to breach the city. A young girl is with them, displaying this city traits, suspected to be a hostage. The target passed all initial screenings and registration. However, they failed the test from our newly implemented ranker detection device. The FAC immediately raised the alert level and attempted an intercept, but the target erupted with mania and forced their way into the city. This is a confirmed S-Class sinner. Who could that be? An S-Class ranker? Are we in direct conflict already? Affirmative. The special ranker containment protocol was activated, but suppression failed. The target has already breached the West District. This is now a top-level emergency situation. The MBCC must respond immediately to apprehend the target and secure the city's defenses. Understood. I'm heading to the on-site command post immediately. I'm really not a fan of the name Ranker. Never been used as much as it has been in this game, from all the media I've read. Toho has used it like once. Genshin Impact has the prototype Ranker. I believe the Ranker is referring to Yomu's sword, if I remember correctly, as one of them. Although it could be another person with a sword. Lots of anime waifu swordsmen in Toho nowadays. I can't keep track of all of them. Chief, over here. We've been laying down suppressive fire as per the new anti-ranker tactical manual, but with limited effect. We've had to extend our defensive line to keep the target contained. The support teams have completed the evacuation, and the combat zone is clear. We are ready to hand over command of the operation to you. According to the data and their behavior, the target's speed and stress are significantly enhanced. There are still signs of rationality. Your tactical decisions were sound.
Release the hostage and surrender. I repeat, you cannot overcome this city's defenses. Let the hostage go and stand down immediately.
What the fuck was that? Where's the hostage? Is that the girl on the target's back?
Yes, according to the follow-up briefing, the target initially attempted to enter posing as a refugee. She claimed to have found the hostage in White Sands, kidnapped from this city by another group, and said she was taking her home. However, the story has little credibility. We assessed that the target took the hostage from the start, planning to use her as a means of infiltration. Even after her cover was blown, she has maintained tight control over the girl. We must consider the possibility that she will use the hostage as a shield or a weapon against our forces.
Storm Patrol. What?
Chief, watch out! Hold the line! Maintain formation! Rear racks, advance and fill the gaps! Do not let up the suppressed fire!
Chief! Zito! It's you.
That's an opening! Now!
Of course you'd see me here, idiot. You're controlling me. I don't mean to harm you. I know you must have your reasons for all this. You're on their side? You think I'm here to threaten this place too? I thought the thingy said there would be voice acting. Why am I voice acting everything so far?
Chief, excellent work. Fall back. Watch for counterattack. Over here. Chief has contained the target with the shackles. Disarm her now!
So you're here to capture me too? No, that's not it. Don't hurt her. I know her. Let her go. I'll take responsibility. Let her go! Stop making such a damn fuss. This isn't your problem. So back off. Just stay out of it. You're hiding something, aren't you? What are you really trying to do? If someone is threatening you, you could just tell me. I can help. Chief, reports confirm the center has been detained. Are you alright? Are you injured? I'm fine. I know that Rancor wielder. I've used my shackles on her before. Thanks to that, we managed to keep the situation from spiraling completely out of control. But the woman I know holds no ill will towards this city. She isn't the type to orchestrate a kidnapping or an attack for personal gain. There must be another reason. Now that the FAC has captured her, can we still get access to her for interrogation? I understand your concern, Chief. But before we proceed with the interrogation, you need to see this first. Chief, impressive work containing the situation. Your reputation is well earned. However, the reality of this incident may be more complex. This Rancor wielder has a suspicious background and exhibited dangerous behavior. We suspect an external actor is involved. An organization most likely. As you know, the Rancors have a history of orchestrating conspiracies against this city. We need you to initiate special interrogation protocols immediately. Extract all viable intelligence. The details don't add up. She took a hostage, but her primary action was protecting that girl. She engaged only combatants and had no backup. She also never once weaponized her Rancor against anyone. That's not the pattern for calculated attack. I don't see the hand of an organization here. Not yet. There it is. I've heard much about your principled stance, Chief. But you must see that Rancors in this Corps are, by their very nature, a threat to this city's stability.
They are unstable, uncontrollable humanoid weapons paired with an exiled warlord who feeds on chaos. Do you truly believe they have do you truly believe they have the city's best interests at heart? Some patriotic defense? Let's be realistic. Chief, rankers operate outside the bounds of reason. We cannot afford to apply normal logic. We need to know who planted this bomb. This is for the safety of every citizen in this city.
My thoughts exactly. For the safety of the city, I will be conducting the interrogation and leading the investigation. I brought her in. If I hand her over prematurely and your people miss a crucial detail due to procedural haste, that negligence would be on me.
Very well. We can discuss the interrogation plan. You may conduct the first round, but please understand that given the severity, we will dictate the procedure and provide the questions with full oversight. If any security risks emerge, we will assume control immediately. I trust in your professionalism. We share the same goal, after all. To neutralize all threats to our stability. All of them.
Chief, preliminary interrogation protocol for Sito has been filed. I've been notified that a specific list of questions will be sent to your terminal shortly. Regarding this matter, what do you plan to do? First, have Wynn pull all external files on the border outposts from my terminal. As long as the interrogation happens at MBCC in our facility, we still control the room. I know that ranker wielder, the lighthouse keeper Sito. I trust my judgment of her.
Once all the glory, through fire and storm, hear the call. Becomes every story, filled out the dust of the rose. Summer nights, tough.
We meet again so soon. The city native. Right. Everyone here is. What do they call you? Chief? At a high rank? You don't need to be so defensive. I do trust you. But this is your trust. Not mine. These are precautions. Sinner interrogations are normally handled by the MBCC alone, but this case is an exception. I'll be honest with you. Our conversation is being monitored by several guests.
A moment, Chief. Revealing such operational details to the suspect. Is that your considered judgment? I fail to see the benefit.
But your guests have a voice too. Here I was, almost believing you. Turns out your word doesn't mean much. It is my decision. I am directly responsible for this interrogation, and my experience supports my judgment. Honesty facilitates communication. I mean, we aren't lying. That's how it is with politics. You lie or you die. No, how about this? You lie or you lie on the ground. Dead. That's what I want you to know, Sito. I'm here to find the truth. To resolve this peacefully. We don't have to be adversaries. I'm a ranker who forced my way through this city's checkpoints. And you think we're on the same side? Would the puppet masters in your ear agree? We're talking about sides. My position is neutral. I'm not here to pass judgment. As I said, I believe you have your reasons. I will ensure you have the chance to state them. Let's start with the little girl. You protected her carefully during the fighting. It suggests you meant her no harm. How did you come to be with her? Hardly know her. Found her on the road. On the road? Records show you have no entry or exit documentation, and your attempt to enter was blocked. Are you saying you found her outside this city? Yeah. She was taken out. Your precious city leaks. The wrong people get in. The vulnerable get tossed out. If I hadn't grabbed her, she'd be sold off to some godforsaken corner of White Sands by now. Are you saying the reason you gave at the border was actually true? You weren't lying or taking a hostage. You were just trying to take her home. Why lie? If I wasn't dragging that dead weight, your soldiers never would have caught me. If I wanted to sneak in alone, I wouldn't waste time on theatrics. If that's true, you weren't trying to illegally enter. There was no need to force the checkpoint and cause that chaos. Why not just tell the customs officer what you are telling me now? Go ask your trigger-happy guards to point guns first. Maybe you'd sit down for a chat with them. I'm a ranker wielder, a combat lunatic. Only knows to swing a blade. I don't have the patience to roll over and take it. You know what kind of hell I survived? I'll just kill whoever threatens me. You're not helping your case here. I'm trying to help you out here. And you're actively sabotaging yourself. I know you're a soldier, a lighthouse keeper. Your enemies are hundreds of times more vicious than any border guard. Your blade was wielded to tear monsters apart. Whether you admit it or not, you've never stood for this city before, with or without the rancor. You don't start fights without reason. You'd consider it beneath you. You're still hiding something from me. I know it. I'd have 2 nickels for this happening twice now. I haven't mentioned this yet. Upon returning to this city, I filed a report on the lighthouse keeper's achievements, but many still refuse to believe anyone can resist the ranker's influence. So I've been gathering evidence. I want to prove that even under severe mental erosion, the lighthouse keepers never lost their humanity. Tito, you're the last soldier of Lighthouse 7. Your actions are the most compelling evidence. If you don't want your name to be synonymous with madness, tell me your reasons. Are you using the lighthouse keeper's name to threaten me? Come on. I'm doing this because I understand you. I trust you. I want to help. Still so stubborn, I see. You really want to know that badly. And see for yourself. Who'd have guessed? You crossed White Sands and made it back with a kid. Damn, she hit the jackpot. If you hadn't run into someone with your skills, she'd never have made it back alive. Yeah, it's really remarkable. Worthy of the sinner title. Here's your form. Registration is complete. Please proceed through the security screening over there, then hand this to the staff at the end. Security screening? I already passed one at the entrance. That one detects mania for sinner registration. This new one inside is for, rankers. The higher-ups are cracking down. They say if one ranker slips through, our heads are on the block. You're a ranker! So what if I am? I never tried to hide it. I never lied. Everything I told you was true. I'm only here to take this kid home. This city doesn't welcome my kind. I won't enter. I'll leave immediately. Just take the girl and get her home. You verified it, right? He's one of yours.
You think I believe that? You people are maniacs who like to slash and kill. Why would someone like you ever help a little girl?
Oh, we shouldn't paint them all with the same brush. I've heard some of those Nirvana port veterans could be useful in a pinch.
You think corruptors recognize family and loyalty? That's bullshit. They're murderous psychos. When they snap, they don't care who you are. They just slash. Stop standing there like an idiot. Get over here. Are you hoping she'll kill you up close? For all we know, that kid could be a damn ranker too.
We cannot allow the child entry. Our orders are clear. Anyone or anything that has contacted rankers is a major security threat. No one enters without thorough screening, and the screening methods aren't something a child could take. I've done nothing wrong. Because of a weapon, you label people monsters, lunatics, murderers. Fine. Have it your way. Since that's what you think of me, wouldn't I be letting you down if I didn't solve this the ranker way, you hypocrites?
He's broken through. I'll lead a pursuit. The rest of you contact MBCC for backup. Highest priority alert.
It's just that simple. I understand your point, but I've seen their true faces, and I've made my choice. Those armored, bulky guys. I didn't know who they were. Their recited loss meant nothing to me. I felt no guilt using force. I'm sorry about the prejudice you've faced. You have every right to be angry, but by lashing out, by fulfilling their worst expectations, that's the truth you choose for yourself? Destruction, killing, that was my survival. What I knew. They weren't wrong about me. Who decided that's all you are? Isn't protection your true skill? Defending your lighthouse, protecting that little girl.
Chief, I must insist you stop leading the subject. No amount of rhetoric can redefine this is some well-intentioned act of necessity. You cannot change the fact of her tyrannical, uncontrolled disregard for the law. I believe our prepared list of questions will better serve this city's security interests. We need intelligence on her backers. The more she talks, the better. And we are counting on your Shackle's perceptive abilities to uncover deeper truths, such as who is truly pulling her strings.
Question. Where did you obtain your ranker? From the lighthouse keepers. Next question. Were the lighthouse keepers affiliated with this corps? Fuck no. The lighthouses had no contact with the outside world until the day the last one went dark.
In terms of organizational structure, were the lighthouse keepers subordinate to this corps?
Yes.
Third question.
Did this corps provide you with financial support? No. I object. Isn't this question deliberately leaving?
Isn't the weapon in her hand evidence enough of their support?
You...
Continue!
Tests show a fragment from another ranker is attached to yours. This fragment connected to your attack.
Why did you stop, Chief? Remember, you are being monitored throughout this process. I advise you not to skip or modify questions based on personal sentiments or judgments.
Did you plan to kidnap the hostage, bring her into this city, and use that fragment to corrupt her for an attack? Were these actions ordered by the lighthouse keepers or this corps? Oh boy, she was set up! What ranker fragment? I was never informed about this.
Please remain calm. We only discovered it at the last moment.
Fucking...
The autopsy report is outdated. Moment. Cleverly hidden. Perhaps in this plot to destabilize the city using a ranker, the hostage and the fragment were the actual weapons.
I filed a complete report on Sito's identity. Her ranker's origin is properly documented along with its limited purpose. This sounds like a predetermined theory. Are you going to condemn the soldier who dedicated her life to this city over a single ranker fragment?
This is merely a theory, Chief. But do you have a better explanation for why she hid it? No offense, but our job is to investigate all risks, even those you find absurd. I'm sure you recall how she deliberately held the hostage in her arms during the detection scan. Maybe it was to use her own ranker's signature as cover, making us detect only one ranker, all to blindside us when we least expected it.
Is this the best story you could cook up? Quite the imagination. But like I said, why would I bother with something so complicated while dragging along dead weight? If I wanted to kill my way in, could any of you actually stop me? Since you figured me out, I'll drop the act. Yes, the brat was a decoy. I brought her to lower your guard. If I'd known I'd have to force my way through anyway, I could have saved myself the... Hey, what are you doing? Relax. I'm not the one in the crosshairs here. You are. What are you hiding? I can't protect you if I don't know what we're dealing with. What's so important you'd rather take the fall than talk? You can't hear us, so tell me the truth now. Tell the truth. You, rather than this city people with all their opinions. They could resort to more extreme measures against you at any moment. When that happens, you won't even get a chance to explain yourself, and that kid won't be any safer for it. But even if a ranker tells you the truth, would anyone actually believe it? I will believe you. I will make everyone else believe too. Make them see. See. Yes, exactly what you're thinking. You won't have to say a word. You won't have to prove a thing. Just give me your trust and let me touch your past. We shoulder this for you. I promise I won't betray that trust.
Are you here to offer an explanation? Regarding your unauthorized actions and blatant disregard for instructions, I agree that we need a serious discussion.
Sorry to disappoint, but I won't be apologizing. I've said all I need on the matter. Going in circles with Sito is a waste of time. She won't give you the answers you want, and she won't get what she needs. She won't get you what she needs. As long as this trust crisis persists, this deadlock will get us nowhere. The only way through this is with verifiable truth. And for that, I have a proposal. One that serves everyone's interest and is far more efficient. Yes, it's what you're thinking. Experiments have proven that the shackles can resonate with a rancor. I can use that to explore the wielder's mindscape, to a point. However, the mania contamination levels on a rancor are extremely high. Safe resonance requires the wielder's stability and cooperation. That's why the procedure is officially not recommended. You don't have the authority to order it. But if I volunteer and willingly accept all consequences, that changes everything. You question my judgment but keep me on this case. Isn't this the move you were waiting for?
I'm sure I don't know what you mean. We do not involve ourselves in other departments' classified research, nor have we guided your actions in any way. Sure you haven't. However, city security is our paramount concern. Your proposal does have our attention. What do you require now?
That rancor fragment, your so-called evidence. I don't need help. I can do this myself. Are you alright? Tito?
Once was all the glory.
Festivals back in the city, where would be packed when I was a kid. Buy bags for those candies. You know, the sour ones that turn sweet. Sell them for double the price. We made a killing.
Got quite the business savvy. I remember those. They're cheap and even the strictest moms would buy a few for their kids without thinking twice.
Gets them to shut up. Right, they sold them in the old parts of the city. My wife lived on them when she was pregnant with our daughter. Kid loves them too.
One of those would stop her crying every time. I think I have Herbert and the other one's voice reversed.
You always sit so far away. Tired of hearing our old This City stories? Can't blame you. No. With a face like that, don't bother being polite. We tell the same old stories. Probably getting half of them wrong by now. You must be bored with it. Fine. I've never been to this city. I can't tell which stories are old. Don't worry about me. They were never my stories to begin with. You think you have no hope, but you're rootless. Why, when Finn said she wanted to give you that blade and bring you into the Lighthouse Keepers, I asked her to reconsider. By saying I'm not worthy of it? It's not about worth, Sito. We fight to protect our families back in this city. But you have no one there to protect. Standing guard here is tough. These blades take a piece of you, but it's worth it to keep our families safe. For you, it's just pure sacrifice. Nothing in return. What's the point? I just want to join you. Isn't that enough? Can't I fight with you? Am I still not good enough? How to put this? Right now you see the uniform, the training, the salutes. You hear us talk about glory and heroes. You see the supplies from the rear. You think the Lighthouse Keepers are cool. But the real fight is ugly. Without something precious to anchor you, to protect, it won't last. We're not just fighting monsters. We're fighting these blades too. I can handle it. Finn, you'll all be there to help me. The heat of battle, there's no time to think. Forget I said anything, Tito. Don't take an old man's worries to heart. It's just my daughter's age. Kids your age should have candy in their mouths and a grin on their faces, not weapons in their hands. Stop. The bleeding's no use. Save the supplies. I'll need them for the journey back. Zito, you're young. You have to live. Survive to the end. I know. Don't worry. I'll fight. At the end.
Marina, don't be scared. Kill them all. I'll keep you safe. Just you being safe in this city is enough. No, Marina, get away from her! Monsters! I'll kill you! I'll kill every last one of you!
Rest now, old timer. Finish what you couldn't.
Hey, what's that kid always staring at? My stuff. He's planning to steal something? Listen up, this merchandise is straight from this city. You don't want to mess with someone who can move these kinds of goods. Well, I'm sorry, she certainly doesn't know any better. Can't teach her no matter what I do. I'll beat some sense into her right now, you hear me? What the hell are you staring at? I said stop staring! Are you fucking deaf? I've told you, looking at those is useless. Stop dreaming about going back to this city. A place like that doesn't want the likes of you.
Back to this city. Back home. I want to go home. No, I can't go home. She said she wants to go home. You hard of hearing?
Oh, right. I'm her dad. We were just leaving. Could you let me go? I'm taking her home right now.
Hey, kid. Is he your dad?
Of course I am. She's just a kid. She doesn't know what she's saying. Don't listen to her.
Right. So if I said I was your dad, you'd believe that too?
You.
It's the best you've got. The only thing you're good at is running away. Now get lost. Are you from this city? Where in this city? I'm heading that way. I can't go back. I'm not supposed to. Why? You're staring hard enough at those this city candies. But you want to go home. The bad man, they found something on the battlefield. A treasure. I wanted to test. A dirty thing called a rancor. They said they'd see how long until it turned me into a monster. They said I'd go crazy, but it hurt mommy and daddy. I can't go back. I don't have a home anymore. Mommy, daddy. They lied. You're fine. Don't listen to their crap. If you want to go home, go. They said this city won't take back kids who touch dirty things. That we're dirty. That we'll hurt people. Bullshit. If you've got a home to go to, you go. Before you regret not going. Enough. I'm taking you home. No one will stop you with me. If anyone asks, the dirty thing was mine. Stop crying. A kid like you should have candy in your mouth and a stupid grin on your face. Not sobbing in the sand. Oh. Since I promised not to let her down, there must be something I can do. Yikes. The treasure they found was already inert.
A truly illuminating glimpse into a tragic past. As a Dish citizen, I'm very grateful for such dedicated service from those soldiers.
Cut the act. You used me to validate your fake evidence and get a free look into Discourse past. Must be quite the accomplishment for you. Who ordered it? What's the real play using our ranker as a scapegoat now?
As expected of the great hero of the East and West districts, your deductions are more creative than most.
You can hide behind that smile, but know that there are others who take a much dimmer view of anyone playing games with rankers. They won't ask nicely. If you value your position or your skin, you will ensure the child's safety and return supervisory authority over Sinner Cito to the MBCC.
Of course, this appears to have been a regrettable misunderstanding. Yes.
And your report will state this was a failure of trust, not security. Your paranoia and heavy-handed policies are what created this conflict. The lighthouse keepers were manipulated by their own loyalty and sacrificing themselves for pointless foreign campaigns. And now we treat the only survivor as a threat, who will be left to protect this city when the next crisis comes. That is the security breach you should be worried about. And it's one we can still fix.
You're right, Chief.
Here to trust me again? That it? It was the best I could do. Even after clearing your name, you're still an S-class sinner with a record. Letting you near civilians. These were the only terms they'd accept. Let me near civilians? What are you talking about? Exactly what it sounds like. Deal is this. You can return the girl home yourself, but you must wear the tracker and leave this city right after. In exchange, they drop the charges. You get to see her home, make amends for your own regrets, close that chapter for yourself. The catch is, I'm your guarantor. I take full responsibility for you, and I step in if I have to. A deal this good. What's the real cost? Or did you trade for this? Oh, whoa. I look like someone who deals in bribes? Don't overthink this. Fought for the city's state once. The day you protected one of its kids. That's the only currency that mattered. It's that simple. You earned this trust, Cito. You, not your ranker. You proved that even when pushed, you control the ranker. It doesn't control you. It's what I use to argue your case. Those labels don't define you. You know who you are. Everything you've done. Never about destruction. It's always about protection. From the very beginning. For whether this city is still worth protecting for you, I want you to see for yourself. Go find a home that the girl wants to go back to so badly. See the homeland the lighthouse keepers fought for. At least to me, not just a name on a map. And it's not the prejudiced place you've seen. What it really is, I trust you to find that answer yourself. Thanks. Don't mention it. I know you've got a list of problems in this city. I just crossed one off for you. Not a bad play. Don't think for a second they'll follow your script. There is no script. My only plan is trusting you to write your own. Chief, the alerts are so rhythmic. They're not stopping at all. Are you sure it's okay to just ignore them? Don't worry about it. They're just periodic updates from Cito's tracker. Basic telemetry and the visual feed. The system will flag any mania fluctuations or unusual movement automatically. So, still, is it lagging? There's nothing really happening. Wait, there she goes. Chief, even without sound, you can see a whole story in this. It's like a flipbook. Way more interesting than a live feed. Kinda feels like you're following along on someone's trip. What the fuck, she leaves in midnight? But this is her first destination. Her sense of direction seems to work perfectly well in this city. Not bad, she's making good progress. I wish it was a little more direct than a feed like this. But this is still pretty cute, I suppose. Nice, she's a fish out of water. Mission's done. Took a little longer than I figured, but it went smooth. Wow, you really are a natural liar. The family said they spent everything they had looking for her. They'd given up hope they'd have moved on by now. So, a few days later, and my skills and her memory might not have been enough. Not for a clean result like this. You made this happen. Thanks, sheep. I didn't do anything. Finding her, bringing her back to this city, getting her home, that was all you. Even the decision to protect her from the start was. Ito. What do you see now? I saw what you, Finn, and the others talked about. Something worth protecting and a reason to fight. That's what you were hoping to see? Has this city given you the answers you were looking for? Yes, I have my answer now. Maybe we'll meet again soon. When we do, Sito, I hope you've found a place to call your own, and something worth protecting.
There was all the glory, the fire and storm here in the cold. Here comes every story, filled up the dust of the rust. Some burn nights, some thought to hurt, some words from others, some laughter from kiss. Battle mourns, flame of home. One more toast to every war-torn soul.
There once were all the prayers
For our loved ones keeping the light.
Here comes every victory.
For hopeful dawn for every soul. There once was all the glory, the fire and storm here in the cold. Here comes every story, filled up the dust of the rust.
She counts her kill! Holy shit, she's fucking Goblin Slayer!
Once for all the prayers, for loved ones keeping alive. Here comes every victory, for hopeful dawn.
She is very cool. I'm willing to admit that much. That much was obvious. The problem is that I really don't like cool characters. I just don't care about them all that much. The current culture in media, with all this hype and aura farming, and I'm just sick of it, man. I was never interested in it, and with how much people cling on to characters like these, it's understandable why this was a character that they made eventually, and why people like it. I understand it all, and I refuse to indulge in it. It's simply not for me.
Once for all the prayers, for loved ones keeping alive. Here comes every victory, for hopeful dawn.
What the fuck? And yeah, I still very much prefer Angel over Sito. Angel had like the correct amount of badassery and chunibyo cuteness shown displayed throughout her story. Sito very much is just an aura farmer, and makes her feel very bland. I'm not a believer that every character should be like multifaceted and all that jazz. Fictional character, some of my favorite fictional characters are so one-dimensionally good or evil, or one-dimensionally stuck to their role and personality, that you can't help but love them for their commitment to their own personal bit. But like I said, since if your personal bit is aura farming, I can't find you interesting.
Let's see the sweet light behind the mask of wine. Yes, so please.
Apparently, she can manipulate storms. Sure.
And maybe she'll hear I'd cry.
Rules can't confine the wish to bloom. A sprout born in the dark will eventually break them into pieces.
Looking for gray. These roads are gray and there's no sky. There is no hope.
There's an award for unique decks. It seems pointless. It's no different from it's no different from a participation award.